Oh, yeah.
Welcome back, everybody,
Welcome back, everybody.
to a brand new episode.
No, I'm not doing it.
Ah, you fucker. Of All Gas, No Trash. My name's Josh. I'm the side bitch. Here today with the man of the hour, the man with the power. He's too sweet to be sour.
The sky's the limit and space is the place.
His name is Adam.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Oh, you're gonna make me come. And really, with your fucking oracle skills and your penchant for prophecy, you are gonna make me come one of these days.
Eventually, it's gonna be like Adam Susan in V for Vendetta. Oh, the fate machine. Oh, God. Ah, fuck. I'm gonna
Indeed.
come. I'm gonna come in my pants. I'm gonna be a coomer.
But before we get into the
contents of the episode.
contents of cooming and the prophecies that you have prophesied and have now come to pass, we'd like to let you know that you can go to Game Rage Magazine on YouTube and listen to all of our other stuff. You can also like, comment, and subscribe there as well, please. Additionally, if you want to follow us on social media, you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Game Rage Magazine, Twitter/X at Game Rage Mag. Follow this show at All Gas No Trash Official on Instagram. And you can follow our good buddy Frank at anime_syndicate_podcast on Instagram.
Instagram.
All right, well, good buddy, since you're literally the prophet Mahadam,
Yeah, that's funny.
it is, why don't you go ahead and tell us about your prophecies that have now come to pass.
Shit, dude, I'm not good at building up hype. So I think I'm just going to get to it.
Well, that's what I'm here for, so I just built up the hype, so go ahead.
All right, cool. So nearly 11 months ago, according to the episode catalog, when we weren't counting album reviews like as episodes, and we were just doing episode counts by just topics or whatever, album reviews were aside, episode 19, which I believe we recorded the same day of the Munya concert, or Munya concert. I forget how to pronounce her name. I went out to the show, saw Munya perform at the Echo, and the reason that this show was particularly special was because Trent Prawl, who was also known as the artist named Kaina Lu, he was going to be on stage with somebody that he has been a long-time collaborator with since, I think, 2020 or 2019, possibly. I forget. It's roughly around that period because they made a single together and they've worked on each other's projects in some capacity.
Right.
Mainly Kaina Lu having Munya featured on a song for his second album, and also Munya having Kaina Lu on her album, which also came out and we reviewed. So at this show, to recap, I was at this show and Trent Prawl was, hanging around the venue and
Just Trent prawling it up.
prawling it up. So he was hanging around the venue, and since there was something of a bit of rapport built between the two of us because of the fact that I interviewed him, I think, well, from that point it was, let's see, like 6 months before, roughly.
Yeah.
So we kind of become formal with one another, or something along that line. And I just spoke to him like, hey man, what's good and what's happening with you? And we're just talking or whatever.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing?
I was gonna say, did you ask him why he views your stories but doesn't actually say anything?
I should, right?
Or did you ask him, hey man, how come you never respond to any of my messages I send you, but you look at all my shit? It's very strange.
Right, yeah. I should bring that up the next time I see him. And,
you should.
And he'll tell me that surely I could interview him again and also to be blown off once more.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, he'll probably just go to @Game Rage Magazine on Instagram and TikTok, and he'll probably just send a message there and be like, hey, I actually do want to get interviewed, but I don't want to talk to Adam, so can you have you and the other guy fucking interview me? That's what he's going to say.
Yeah. I mean, shit, dude. Full disclosure, I did go there with the intent to talk to him and say, hey, I want to do another interview with you. I've already tried contacting you before and you haven't reached out, whatever. And he's like, oh yeah, let's fucking do another interview. You know, I'll hit me up on whatever, he didn't respond to anything.
Hit me up on the same thing you have been that I've been ignoring, and then we'll do something.
Yeah, so you respond to my fucking comments. I'm like, oh, nice song or nice this or that, but don't have the fucking decency to DM me and say, hey, when are we doing this interview? So anyways, that's besides the point, but that was one of the things that we were talking about. I was like, hey, you know, would you be interested in doing an episode of Without Censor? We have this interview podcast, we have some great guests, and surely we'd love to have you, but not as Kind of Lou. We'd love to have you just as Trent Prawl, the fucking...
the genius.
The PhD student, because you do some interesting research, and it'd be cool to learn about you as the scholar that you are. He's like, fuck yeah, that sounds great. Never fucking came to fruition, but nonetheless, one of the other things that was brought up was, one, yes, this was one of the first times, if not the first time, that Munya and Kind of Lou had actually performed together. So, out of virtue of talking about that, Kind of Lou or Trent is like, you know, I'm thinking about starting a project with Munya. And I'm like, cool.
Yeah, interesting.
That's going to be excellent for my podcast.
Thank you for the dirt that I can talk about on my dirt sheet.
Yeah, my dirt sheet podcast, the gossip podcast, as we've been dubbed. So that happened. I think we recorded that episode, November 28th, right? But we released it sometime afterwards. I think it was December 3rd, right?
Okay, yeah.
So that episode releases, we have it on record and on paper. You can go back, it's episode 19 of Game Rage Music at the time was when it was dubbed. But you can go back on that episode and find out that we were talking about this. So the big reveal is that October 15th, there is going to be some type of release. I don't know what it is, but it's exactly the fucking thing that we talked about in that conversation 11 months ago about a new project between Josie Boyven and Trent Prawl, a new project. And this is something that we talked about on fucking Game Rage Music at the time, which is now All Gas, No Trash.
Yeah.
But fuck, man, we talk about shit that we're staying on top of this shit. Man, we were 11 months ahead. We knew this thing from the get-go.
Yeah, which is crazy.
So I just wanted to talk about that. And I mean, so far it sounds like the music is going to be pretty good. I heard like a 15-second clip. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, this is what you would expect possibly from these two heads clashing. And I'm very excited for it, but where's my goddamn interview?
Yeah, I agree. Well, my other question too is if you are called a gossip or gossiper, but you are talking about things that actually come true.
Am I really a gossiper?
Yeah, is it really gossiping, or are you just truth saying? You're just a truth sayer. That's.
I have no idea. I'm not gonna fucking pull hairs about what is or what isn't.
No, I was just curiously posing the question.
Yeah.
Is it still gossip if it's true? It's like Schrodinger's gossip. Is it still gossip is it only gossip because you looked at it?
It's only in the eyes of the observer that it changes.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. We keep it's like we have the ongoing list of bullshit that we covered fucking months in advance, or things that we predicted months in advance.
Yep.
So
now here's another one to add to the list.
It's just continuing the list and validating the fact that All Gas, No Trash is just kind of the place to be as far as the music goes. Fuck, we don't have the goddamn followers to warrant being a fat fuck Anthony Fantano.
Yeah.
That dickhead that gave Ginger Root a fucking 7.5 or what the fucking number he gave it.
Pure amateur hour.
Asinine number. It's a fucking 10 in my book.
Oh, yeah.
But it is what it is, man. I mean, we do the dirt. We do the homework. And it's not we're not just reviewing fucking albums. We do the interviews too. I mean, we haven't done one in a while, but nonetheless, I mean,
we'll also talk about just general news within the music industry. I mean, we're not
trying to create interesting topics. I don't know what else to say, but I'm just very proud of the fact that because of the efforts or the hard work or even the blood, sweat, and tears of fucking Game Rage to go out and try to get these scoops or info. And it's not like I was actively seeking that. I was just like, I have interest in people. I try to show genuine interest in people I want to look, man. I want to build relationships with people, but it's fucking tough, man. Like, you know, not everybody's a stand-up person.
True.
So what can you do about that? But we're still going to do the homework. We're still going to do the work. And I mean, sure, we'll try to do right by people, but not to the point that we get fucking burned.
Right, yeah. True story. And yeah, I think that this is just another indication. It's another one of those affirmations that, you know, we're on the right track with this. You know, we're doing the work, and it's coming and showing in our work, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So
I also didn't know, man. I thought you were talking about on TikTok when we're talking about the podcast episodes, the one about Jensine Benitez.
No, that was on YouTube.
That's what I thought. I thought it was on TikTok, but
oh no,
when the way you were talking about it, I'm like, oh, okay, maybe it's on TikTok or whatever. It was like, no, there's people commenting on some of the shit that we've been doing.
Yeah, on YouTube.
Yeah, so that was interesting to see. I'm like, oh, cool, people are fucking listening and they got something to say. I don't care if I'm wrong. Realistically, this isn't about me being right or wrong. It's just I like talking about music in different ways.
Yeah.
And if it's entertaining to you and you have a better answer, fuck, by all means, man, be the person in the right. I don't give a shit. We're just here to talk about music.
Yeah, and here's the thing too, like, everyone's opinion is different on music, and it's just that, it's your opinions. And there's no right answer, there's no wrong answer. It's just opinions and feelings, and that's it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yes, there are some things that require cold, hard facts, which we look up and we fucking do the research on, but most of the stuff is just us talking about, you know, how we feel about it, or what we think, or what we like and what we don't like.
And I thought I was going to save this for another episode, but I don't want to detract from the Kainaloo business about him starting a new band with Munya. But just to talk about the ongoing story with Chin Chin, because, you know, they're fucking local to us. They're in the Inland Empire. So it's like, man, I know I'm kind of hard on them as far as like podcast episodes go, because for me to critique them, it's like, dude, I want you to do well, but here's where you're falling short as an artist. But it's easy for me also to sit here and say, you're falling short in these categories. I'm not in it fucking like they are, so it's fair. Like maybe to critique and say all these things is like, it's not unwarranted, but it's like a little harsh, but it's like, fuck, man, I want them to succeed so goddamn bad that like it makes me angry when they do things that don't propel them forward. So despite what we say, and I hopefully we kind of give a balanced take on this band, but they released a single which hopefully indicates that there will be some type of EP or album on the way. But so the dates that we were talking about, well, one, they played a show with Hiatus Coyote in Oakland at some point this year. I forgot roughly when that was. I think it was in the summer. One, that's huge for them to play for an artist like that, because a band like Hiatus Coyote can see them perform and be like, holy shit, this band is as good as we are. Yeah. That's cool. That's great. Now we have Chin Chin playing with Ginger Root, who released this King Hell bastard of an album. 10 out of 10. To go on tour and have Chin Chin and also other great bands. Well, one of them being Pearl and the Oysters. Right. So they're playing these shows in Southern California and I think a few other dates. But fuck, man, like they're doing it. They're getting in the right parties, the right communities of artists to highlight their music and play at these venues and play these shows. They're getting consistent presence throughout Southern California. It's like, fuck, man, I've already seen in their stories, there's numerous people, holy shit, this fucking band's amazing. Oh man, this is the new band that everybody should be talking about. I can't believe I discovered this band at a Ginger Root show. Fuck yes, dude. This is the shit that I've been waiting for 5 fucking years, and people are just getting keen to it. After, I think, 7 years of them being active.
Yeah.
7 years of them being active, and people are starting to come around to them. And it took these small shows, or rather the show with Hiatus Coyote, getting on tour with Ginger Root with the second album, which is probably to me like his best album yet, to be part of this tour, man. Like they're getting on the right track for the right things.
Yeah.
So talking about Chin Chin and Kainalu, we're just talking about their journeys as artists and trying to stay in touch and tapped into the fucking, what is it?
The pulse.
The pulse, the
Ether of
having your fucking ear to the ground, having it on the railroad tracks and knowing when things are going to happen, when they're going to pass by. It's a good feeling to know that the things that we're talking about, it's happening, brother. It's happening, brother. And also Young Gatita, man. Young Gatita is another artist that is also local to Southern California, who's also been touring pretty frequently. So,
yeah,
you know, all these things that we're talking about, fucking Brain Story. Brain Story is another band that's also doing well. So, I don't know if we have any contribution to like some of their success, but if we have any minutia of contribution to spreading the word about their music and helping them be successful to be lifelong artists, like fuck yeah, dude. This is what this show's all about. And also with the heavy dose of criticism and saying dumb shit. It's saying dumb shit, but yeah. So once again, Chin Chin on the ups, hitting the next level, playing with the right bands. Kainalu starting a new project. I don't even know what the name of it is. It could just be Kainalu and Munya. I don't fucking know. But yeah, I would love if they just started fresh and just come up with
some new name,
original name. But as I stated before, this is something that was broken on fucking All Gas No Trash. All Gas No Trash. All Gas No Trash 11 months ago. So again, staying on the cutting edge of music itself. We stay on top of shit. We stay. I don't know. What do you want to?
We stay abreast of the.
We stay abreast of things.
All right, let me ask this real quick. All right, because you know, like Munya and Kainalu, right? You know, people are gonna. Well, I mean, I don't know. Their fans are probably like, you know how like everybody does that thing where they ship people like getting together.
Yes.
What would their shipping name be? Would it be Kainya or Munyalu?
Munyalu. Fuck man. I mean, the second one sounds pretty.
Munyalu sounds pretty baller, man.
Yeah, I have some other things to talk about, but that's off record.
Off record.
If we had a Patreon, we could talk about.
Oh man, if we did, actually, we do have a Patreon, but no one pays towards it, and we don't advertise it. But.
Hey, if you pay us $1,000, if you guys collectively amount $1,000 on fucking Patreon, maybe I'll talk about some of my personal theories about Josie Boyven and Trent Prawl.
Oh man! I hold on. I gotta log into the Patreon real quick so I can fucking so I can just make sure that it's up.
Yeah.
All right. What member? Game Rage Magazine. Let's see. Okay, yeah, it's Game Rage Magazine. Choose your iOS pricing. Oh yeah, they're gonna start changing. Oh, November. All right, whatever. All right, so we have 0 members, no nothing. All right, so you can go to Game Rage Magazine on Patreon or patreon.com/Game Rage Magazine. And if you guys put together $1,000, we will put out a special episode that will only be for people on Patreon. And Adam will tell the real dirty dirt opinions that he has. And it doesn't. If it's one person that pays us $1,000, don't care. As long as the number gets to $1,000,
yeah,
we will do that. And then you can hear all about fucking whatever he's gonna talk about. That's the dirt. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens. I don't know.
Yeah, if you guys make it happen, I mean, I'll be more than willing to share my thoughts on Kainalu and fucking Munya going on tour together.
Yeah.
In quotation marks.
Munyalu.
Yep. So,
we'll also
anyways,
talk about more shipping names for them just because why not?
Yeah, I mean, fuck, man. I think, yeah, anyways. That's the end of the episode.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
You just made me come. With all your music knowledge. Oh
my god. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
oh, senpai.
That's all for this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
More of us gloating and more of us pumping our chests and going full Donkey Kong and going monkey. Full monkey.
Return to monkey.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Going Unga Bunga.
if you want to listen to more stuff of ours, you can go to YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. Additionally, you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Game Rage Magazine, Twitter /X at Game Rage Mag. Follow this show at All Gas No Trash Official. On Instagram, follow our good buddy Frank at anime_syndicate_podcast. And don't forget, $1,000 to Patreon, patreon.com/Game Rage Magazine. $1,000 there, a special Patreon-only episode about Adam talking about Kainalu.
Kainalu.
Or Munula.
Oh, you're talking about the...
Munula.
Yeah, whatever ship name you want to call it.
Whatever ship name we're going to call it.
Or if you guys send me 1,000 videos of putting somebody you love in a figure 4 leg lock, that'd be
Oh,
cool.
we accept that too. Yeah, if you could send us 1,000
sharpshooter,
videos,
whatever.
yeah, anything of your wrestling submission hold of choice. Put them in a crippler crossface, the STFU, fucking Walls of Jericho. Any wrestling submission maneuver. No, not
Boston
the
Crab.
Not the bullshit Boston Crab Walls of Jericho. I'm talking about the one where they're vertical and their neck is bent.
Oh,
That's
right.
the good one.
Yeah,
Okay, the good one.
Yeah.
So, anyways, all right, well, that does it for us. We'll catch you guys on the next one.
Ankle lock.